So it's breakfast time and you're thinking about heading over to IHOP and spending $12, $13 a plate for a pretty basic American breakfast, right? Well, let's just make it at home. So today we're gonna make bacon, scrambled eggs, and a red potato hash, right? But we're gonna go over some techniques to make it a little better than it normally would be. Now, when you're working on a larger cooking project, you need to start with what's going to take the most amount of time, moving to what's going to take the least amount of time. Now, these potatoes got to get chopped up, boiled, and then fried. So that's going to take a lot more time than scrambled eggs or bacon. So let's get them chopped up. What's a good way to cut our potato? Well, cut it in half, cut it in quarters, take our 2 quarters, stand them up. Then from here, we could either cut it in half, cut it in half again, and then cut it halfway down each side. And that'll get us some fairly uniform pieces. If we got a big one like that, we just chop that up. Or you can cut it in half, cut it in half, cut it into 6, cut it into 8s. And that'll get you some fairly uniform pieces. So I got myself a shallow boil here. It's been seasoned just enough to cover up the potatoes, and we're gonna throw those in. Now, if you wanna do this faster, you can cover it up, right? And then that'll steam and boil them. Get in there. And in the end, that's about what you want. Got myself a shallow boil here. Now, are you ready for the crispiest bacon you've ever had? Well, then you're gonna put in just enough water to cover the bacon, and you're gonna boil it first. All right, if you boil that bacon till that little bit of water evaporates, it's gonna render the bacon out so well that when it fries in the pan, it's gonna be the crispiest bacon you ever had. So then we'll chop up some red bell pepper, some red onion, and a little bit of jalapeno for our hash. And we'll set these aside for later. Now look at how that bacon is rendering. That's beautiful. So flip your bacon over in its bath and just let that water finish evaporating. Now for our eggs, we got our 6 eggs and our milk because we're feeding more than one person. Now once that water's evaporated out, fry your bacon like normal and just turn the heat down to about a medium. Then you're gonna pour about 1/3 of the volume of the eggs worth of milk into your eggs. Now our potatoes have finished boiling, so we'll strain those out. Now I like to use my wok for a nice little potato fry. So we throw in enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan. So you're gonna throw your vegetables in first for about 30 seconds before you throw your potatoes in. Potatoes in. And fry them up. Man, I love that smell. Now our eggs are gonna go into a low heat pot. Get those in there. And you're gonna wanna slowly stir these as much as possible while they cook. Now, ideally you'd wanna take them on and off the heat about every 30 seconds, but I don't have that many hands. So I'm just gonna be doing it as much as I can. Take them off the heat, keep stirring them. And on the heat, keep stirring. Now look how crispy that bacon came out when you boil it first. So we'll season our potatoes about halfway through. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, right? Or just Goya. So with that on the heat, off the heat, stirring, we're gonna make some of the fluffiest eggs we've ever had, right? Now our potatoes are starting to pick up a nice golden brown color, so those are just about done. Now we don't season our eggs until the end. If we season them before the end, they're gonna end up gray and weird. So, season those right now. And our hash is looking good. Our bacon's looking crispy. Our eggs are nice and fluffy and seasoned. There you have it, some perfectly crispy bacon, fluffy eggs, and a red potato hash. So there you have it, easy breakfast. It's better than IHOP and it's a lot cheaper. So just make it yourself. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the channel.